explain something, and you want to say whether any gestures or feelings, whatever it is, you need English. It's communication, it's nothing but the wheels of a vehicle. You may be having a bench car with you, but if bench car is punctured, what happens? It will not move in an inch. I may be a doctorate, I may be a great psychiatrist, I may be a great scholar, but if at all I am unable to speak, what do the people think I may use as duffer? That's the reason you all should have the English with you, communication with you, thereby you can transact with the people very, very well. And the next one, what are the job you do? These are the 4 years from my core of my personal experience I'm telling you. The 4 years are very, very needed. The first year, when the file comes to you, any matter is referred to you, you must be very, very free, whether boy, girl, whatever it is. You must be very, in respect to the communities, you must be very, very free as a human being. As Shcst have just now shared with me, you must be very, very clear in your thinking. And same time, the second one, once the particular first one is over, be free is over. The next one is be frank. Whether you're chairman, whether you're a professor, or your friend, whatever it is, say straight, whether possible, not possible. Right? Be frank. The third one is be fair. When the matter comes to you, fair means irrespective of the caste, color, creed, sex, race, religion, you must be in a position to talk straight. And the last one is be firm. Once all the 3 F's are over, free, frank, fair. The last one is firm. When you said this is the way it happens, let your chairman talk, let your chief minister talk. You must have the guts to say this is all the way you are supposed to date. That's the type of people we require in the corporate sector. The next one is for you young guys. When I talk to you, my mind has gone back to Abdul Kalamji. Truth and honesty. So people talk about truth and honesty. Everyone should understand the great guy, Mr. Abdul Kalamji. Abdul Kalamji, for your information, when he was an employee like you and me in Hyderabad, when he was elected as the Prime President of this country, like just see, understand what amount of truth and honesty this gentleman has got. After the press meet is over, he is about to enter into the parliament. That was the first time. And a young girl came and stood in between, almost literally stopping Abdulji, not to allow him into the parliament. He asked, what is that you want? I have a question with you, sir. Come on, dear, you can ask me any question. So for your information, it is a personal question, you should not feel bad. He said, what is that? I don't feel bad. Come on, you tell me what questions you want. Then she asked me, what I did not understand, sir, why you are growing your hair so long? He laughed and said, what's your age? My age is 23. Even today you are living on your parents. Whatever your parents are earning, you are still living on them, even at the 23rd year, right? I started my career when I was at 9 years. My father is a boat puller, and the boat puller died, and I as a man supposed to earn the bread and butter for myself and my mother. That was the situation from where I came in. And for your information, the moment my father died, though my mother is an illiterate woman, but the wisdom is so tremendous. She took me to the corner of the street, advised me to put the Hindu newspapers on my head, advised me to distribute the papers from one house to another house. That was the job of Mr. Abdul Kalamji when I was at 9 years boy. The same boy, for your information, Dhanushkoti Express comes to the place, it has no stop in particular Rameswaram. It passes through. Early in the morning, whether it is the winter or rainy season or summer, this young guy, Abdul Kalamji, is supposed to go and stand near the station. When the train comes, they push the Hindu newspapers onto the platform. This young guy, small boy, pushes the paper to the corner, put on his head, go to every place and distribute the newspapers, and comes back to home at 7 o'clock. And then, for your information, take bath, again goes to the masjid, which is available in the end of the street, then comes back to home, take breakfast and go to the school. At 4 o'clock when the school is over, all his friends go for play, and this gentleman goes to every doorstep to collect the money wherever he distributed the newspaper. And he said, you are luxury people, but whereas I am poor enough, and my hair, whether it grows or don't, but we never cared. My mother, whatever the money I bring, that is just sufficient for my food and for me and my mother. And whenever my mother feels my hair is become so long, she must have sent me to the salon, otherwise no, for your information. Then this young girl put another question to him. Sir, Abdulji, if you don't mind, that was the time where you are poor, Today you are president of this country, where you need not spend any money for the saloon is available in the Rashtrapati Bhavan itself. Why can't I have the haircut? Then he laughed and said, the women, though she did not have any education, but she has nurtured so many values in my system and made me as the president of this country in memory of my mother. Let my hair grow or don't grow, I never care for it. Let it be in the memory of my mother and leave it aside. Look at the greatness of this great man, right? That's the reason for your information. Abdulji was a alone man who had got 47 doctorates from the entire world, not only from India. Many countries gave the doctorate to him. And he was a Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan and Bharat Ratna. What else you can expect from an engineer so you can understand? Right? The same way for your information. When you talk of this one, leader, right? My friend said, leader. And N.R. Narayan Murthy, he used to go on a cycle as an engineer to do his engineering in Bangalore. The same man has created wealth to this country, crores and crores of rupees, and lakhs of employment to the people. What else you can, right? They're all great engineers. They started their career like you and came up into the particular state. That's the reason Javed Sahib says, you're all young guys, you're the future of this nation. Study well, concentrate the education, concentrate the attitude, and together you can come up well. And the next one is self-confidence. Without self-confidence, if at all you don't have confidence, what is that we can expect from you in the corporate sector? You are the leader, you are the engineer. Once you get into the site, if you join with IVRCL where I am working, the same civil engineers whom I recruit, within 5 years, I give you 100 crores project to you and make them to work. And don't expect an electrical engineer will do the electrical work, civil man will do the civil engineering, and mechanical man will do mechanical. No. If at all I put you at the site, you are supposed to maintain the public relations, supposed to take care of the finance, supposed to take care of the public relations, you are supposed to read the drawings and put it in action, execution. Ultimately, end of the story, I need profit from you. What type of attitude you are supposed to develop to think of yourself? And same time, for your information, during independence time, when Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister, donkey or horse were leased for it. Donkey has got 4 legs, horse also has got 4 legs, 2 ears on the top and tail at the end, right? We are leased for it as a HRA. Recruit the people, provide employment, that was the story at that time. But whereas now the concept has changed. I don't want any donkey. The reason behind, as Guruji said, it's a globalization. That's what Javed said. It's a globalization. When the world is almost like a small village. If at all you want to develop well, what Kursi said, maximum number of people, 80% of the people are going abroad. Good, others, but not as nothing. Wherever you get the opportunity, you're supposed to work, right? When you want to come up well, you are supposed to develop your skills. I don't want nowadays the globalization, liberalization and privatization has taken place. No more public sectors here only. Public sector concept has come down. Privatization has already dominated. At this setup, I don't require donkeys, I want only horses. Not only horses, for your information, I don't want any sick horse. I want a healthy horse. Not only healthy horse, I want a running horse. What is the great thing I don't understand? Horse is meant for running. What is the great thing in it? I want a winning horse. That winning horse only is useful in the corporate sector. How you want to develop yourself, think over. And last, for your information, most of the students are of opinion, I want to join with the TCS. No, there will be less. Let me go to the Wipro. I want to go to the Infosys. Whatever the company you go, they don't pay you salary. It's not a charitable home to pay you money. As long as you add value to the organization, wherever you work, human excellence is required. When you talk of the human excellence, I'll just add for one word to you for your information. When you go to Ramakrishna Math of Hyderabad, Sri Swami Ranganathanandaji. If you go to the history of Swami Ranganathananda, he born in Pakistan in 1912. Started his career in 1927 at the age of 15 years boy, joined as a sweeper. Swami Ranganathananda of Ramakrishna Math joined there as a sweeper. Excellent job he did as a sweeper. Then he was promoted as a gardener. From the gardener he became the helper to the cook. From the helper to the cook to become the cook. From the cook he became the library boy. The library became the librarian. Then administrator, then director, and finally he became the head of Ramakrishna Math. Not in Hyderabad, not for Andhra Pradesh, not for India, for the entire globe. Wherever you talk of Ramakrishna Math, Swami Ranganathananda is the chief there. That is the type of human excellence I expect you from all. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to stand before you all and for this few words. Asatoma Satkamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityarma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
It's pleasure to hear you. Now, I request our next special invitee, Mr. Sanjay Rao sir, to speak 10 years words to provoke us. Sir, please, give him a big round of applause.
Good evening. I think my Rashid has given you energy. Good evening. Thank you. I am a very poor speaker. When after Dr. Panduranga has given you a lot of messages and inspiration to you as a leadership. But still I will try to give a little message how to be a leader. He has told about the leaders, but how you become a leader, how you learn. And thank you very much for that chairman, honorable chairman, when we were discussing before come here, that he is having a lot of very good vision. In fact, you are very lucky to be a student here. It is a precious place like a temple or dargah, because he is having such a vision that is a rural development. Many people, many of the bigger colleges like a business school, this school, that many of the engineering colleges people, they will take the high percentage of people and they want that, yes, we produced a very good students. But whereas here his vision is for the rural people, poor people, that people also has to become a good leaders for this nation. To construct a good nation, that this kind of people, hard-working people, irrespective of the religion, that kind of people are necessary to construct a good India. So that is his vision. So thanks to him that you are very lucky that you are be a students of this company, this college. Now, thing is that it is a metamorphosis process. Metamorphosis. I think you are in the student's life. You may not understand what it should be in future, but don't be like that. Changes are very fast now. The technology yesterday is not remains today, and today the technology may go off tomorrow, because if the high speed changes, your education system also has to be changed. But the education system may not change, but your thinking has to be changed to equip with the changes. The globalization has talked about that. A very big leaders has talked that. But what is required for this to become a leader? He talked about the Reliance, Dhirubhai Ambani. We talk about this Abdul Kalam ji. What is there in them? What is not with you? See, first you dream. First you dream. Then Kriya Siddhi. That means you have to develop again. A dream has to come to your mind. Dream you convert into a vision. Don't stop there. Just like a dreams. Dreams like a loving this. No. Don't loving and dreams. This dream should be what you want to be in future, and convert the dream into a vision. From vision, you have to develop a mission. What is a mission then? How to go about that, reach that goal. Then you have to develop that goals. Goals are very small goals. That means first of all, you are being a student. You want to complete that education, that is as a first goal. Then afterward, what? Education is enough? 75% is enough? Many of the, in our experience as an HR people, HR managers, many of the people we have taken from the 80% people have got failed in our industry. So institution gives you a lot of knowledge, but you have to develop a skill and attitude. What our my colleague Dr. Panduranga has told, that positive attitude is very important. So for that, you have to cross line your brain into four corners. One is physical, another is mental, another is intellectual, then spiritual. This harmonious, all these four aspects will help you to become a leader. Physically, you should be sound. If you are not, so many of the genius people, maybe if they may be very weak, but if they are very weak, I think they cannot cope up with the changes. So they should be very physically healthy and at the same time mentally healthy, and they should have an intellectual healthy, and finally they should be a spiritual. Why I am telling the spiritual? Spiritual only speaks that vision. Like that spiritual thinking about Dr. Kurshad. That is, his vision is that one to develop a social responsibility. Is a corporate social responsibility to develop the rural people also to become a leader. That should be the vision. So you are very lucky to be here. Then why you leave that one? Like that, he has talked many, Dr. Panduranga has talked about Abdul Kalam ji and Dhirubhai Ambani. I can put up another, even Narayan Murthy he told. What is there in them? In them, the first one is, that is a high commitment and high competency. High commitment, high competency. I am crossing four type people. High competency, high commitment, and low competency, high commitment, and also low commitment and low competency. Some people have high competency but low commitment. All the people will just have little failures in their life. But if you have a high commitment and high competency, I think you will become a leader. What should be the commitment then? What is a commitment? You should have a vision. Vision. That means you should have a dream. That dream you are converting to a vision, no? The further vision, you have to set your how I have to go. Am I deserve for that? So, deserve before you desire. Deserve before you desire. Because now you are desiring. That is why I told you in the metamorphosis phases. In the metamorphosis, you know that how this butterfly will come? First in the egg, that is a caterpillar. In the caterpillar, it go on eating the leaves. Like that, now you are in the student, like an intermediate. You are go on learning and accumulating the knowledge. After the egg. Then you are going to be a pupa stage. In the pupa stage means that is a final year student will come. That means you are in the crossroads now. You have to find out the way, in which direction you are supposed to go. Without a goal, if you go there, then I think you will not reach your destiny. You put up your destiny, what you want to be, then how I want to be, what is required for me to reach that goal. That you have to set your goals. That means in the pupa stage, this caterpillar